The most important thing in life and business. It's not what you think. Let me ask you something. What if you crushed every business goal this year? What if revenue doubled, your team expanded, your systems were humming, and yet something still felt off? What if you got everything you thought you wanted, but somehow you still felt like something was missing? Yeah, I've been there, and I've worked with enough leaders and entrepreneurs to know this. Success without soul feels hollow. There's a verse that wrecked me in the best way possible and realigned my compass. It's simple but powerful. It says, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength." Deuteronomy 6:5, NIV. This verse isn't just spiritual fluff. It's not a cute memory verse for Sunday morning. It's a foundational framework for how we're supposed to live. And yes, how we're supposed to do business. Loving God in everything. I want you to pause and sit with this. We are called to love God with everything: our hearts, our emotions, desires, affections, our souls, our identity, our purpose, and our strength, our energy, our efforts, our actions. That means your spreadsheets, your sales calls, your strategy sessions, your side hustles. All of it. They're not separate from your spiritual life. They are your spiritual life, if you choose to see it that way. This isn't about being religious in your business. It's about being relational. It's about anchoring every decision, every move, every ambition in the love of God. Here's where it gets deep. When Jesus was asked what the most important commandment was, he quoted this verse, Matthew 22:37. So if God in the flesh said this is the most important thing, shouldn't we stop and take it seriously? The danger of doing without being. In business, we love checklists, goals. KP is execution. And I get it, I'm wired that way too. But if we're not careful, we can become obsessed with doing for God or doing for ourselves and forget to actually be with God. Let me challenge you. Have you ever been so focused on building your brand, growing your platform, or scaling your company that you drifted from your first love? I have. More than once. And when that drift happens, things start breaking, internally and externally. You can feel successful and spiritually dry. You can look like a leader and feel like a fraud. You can have influence and lose intimacy with the one who matters most. The foundation you build on. In Deuteronomy, God told the Israelites to keep this command front and center. Write it on your doorposts. Tie it to your hands. Talk about it with your kids. Why? Because he knew we're prone to forget. We're prone to build systems without soul, schedules without surrender, and success without submission. So here's what I've learned, what I want you to take with you. Loving God isn't a one-time emotional decision. It's a daily, intentional discipline. It's the foundation under every business model, every coaching session, every sales funnel, every leadership team meeting. If love isn't the root, the fruit will eventually rot. How this transforms business and life. You want to lead well? Start by loving well. You want to build a company that lasts? Build it on the rock of obedience, not the sand of ego. When you love God with all your heart, soul, and strength, you make decisions from peace, not pressure. You lead your team with grace, not just grit. You serve clients with empathy, not just efficiency. You pursue excellence without losing your joy. It changes everything. Because when your being aligns with God's love, your doing becomes more powerful, more purposeful, and more impactful. So I challenge you, not just as a coach, but as your brother in the grind. Is loving God the actual foundation of your life and business, or just a side note? What would it look like to put Him first, not just on Sundays, but in your spreadsheets, not just in worship, but in your work ethic, not just in prayer, but in planning? This isn't about perfection, it's about alignment. And when we align our hearts, souls, and strength with Him, everything else flows better. Because it's flowing from the right source.